guys, welcome back to another episode of First and Foremost. We're very excited to be back. My name is Portia.
And I am Lerato. Greetings to everyone out there. It's so good to be with you again. We totally enjoy these episodes. Hey, yes. And before we start with anything, we'd really, Portia and I would like to thank everyone for following us, for subscribing, for commenting, for engaging with us. We do appreciate all the comments and your views. Please continue to do so.
And today we are back with another yet interesting episode. Is there a point, right?
Yeah.
Is there a point to dressing the way you want to be addressed? We know for a fact that that is a question in a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
And it's so fascinating. We were talking, me and Lerato, and then we were just, going through the different people that we've had a chance to actually discuss this with or try and take our services to them, and they found no need, only for them to realize later how much needed this is when they have discovered what I think you are about to discover in this episode.
Yeah. The most important thing or the most key thing is that image is really a perception that you put out there. Now, people will have an opinion on your perception, but that can be something that you may never get to know. So you may think that you're doing well, your career, your career is taking off and you don't really need this. But if your image is not matching your level and yourself, your position, it can be problematic.
It can be very destructive.
Without actually you knowing. That's the danger in it.
Without you knowing sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes just because you're moving, it does not mean you're moving maybe with the speed you're supposed to be moving with.
Yes.
Yes. And because sometimes you could be actually somewhere else, like further than where you are right now.
Yes.
And maybe you're sitting there and you're just satisfied with the fact that you are moving. I promise you, one of the things that we found out to be very problematic or destructive to people's journeys in their careers and professions and everything is image, and without it being realized, and it's a problem.
No, it is.
Yeah,
it is a huge one.
It is a huge problem. So we just really wanted to talk about like the different examples that we can raise in this space.
Yeah.
Like if we can, and I know, okay, fine, with my trainings, with my interactions, when I go for trainings, when I train on the subject of image, I love how like the questions that pops up. I love the change of mindset that comes in a room, when certain things are realized. And guys, with image, the thing is, you are your own message. You can be skilled, that's fine. People go to school to acquire skill. They go to different places to do to get things right. But this is the part that I feel is mostly very neglected.
Yes.
And it is very destructive to your speed, to your growth, and etc. But what we want to like really just talk about is your image is the factor of the public. You put the message out there, whether skilled or not. Here's the thing that is never going to be mentioned. When you walk into a room, people, I promise you, like there's a lot that goes into what people see. When you walk in and maybe you pursuing a certain position, and maybe you're attending, let's say, an interview, and you walk in a room, maybe, I don't know, interviews come in different manners. Sometimes maybe you had to call in at some point, so your voice maybe probably like, is known already. And then it has probably created a certain picture, or for that position that they're putting out there, they already have a picture of someone that they want. And when I say picture, I'm not just talking about like you as a person. Like I'm also talking about confidence. I'm talking about knowing your story, how you're going to sound when you step into a room and everything. And you walk in, and then you're not looking within that picture that they have. Sometimes that could just take away a lot of points for you. We actually know for a fact that it takes away about 50% of any meeting goes into a picture that walks into a room.
And as well, taking into consideration that image really is quite key, especially for first impression. I mean, when you're going for an interview, they're seeing you for the first time. They do not know your capabilities. You can give them, you can verbally sell yourself. But I mean, when you're walking in, already there is some perception that is created about you. Already someone in that interview room has already rated you and as to whether are you capable. They haven't said anything to you. Are you capable or not? Because of the way that you look, because of the way that you carry yourself. So you can be skilled all you want, but if you cannot break that ice the first time and make them take notice of you, then those skills are just going to go to waste.
Which is so true, and it is a very sad thing.
It is a very sad thing.
It is a very sad thing because a lot of people are disqualified from, very deserving positions just because they were not received right because of their image, and it's like it is very sad. And I think that's one of the reasons why I actually came into this pathway. I think it's one of the things, because a lot of capable people sometimes are just not where they're supposed to be. And I know maybe wherever you're sitting, maybe you can actually think of that moment where you knew that you did everything right. And you know that you had touched on everything the way you were supposed to. But then sometimes it's sitting there, and the saddest thing is it is not going to be mentioned.
And the key thing that you need to remember is that these people do not know you. So you need to sell yourself by your looks before you start talking. So, it's a different case where there is an established relationship already, where they are aware of your capabilities and everything. But in an interview scenario, they're not.
Where it's like, for the first time and everything, you're making first impressions, then it's something else. Because you don't look like you can carry the load, then you can't carry the load. Even though you can, like skill-wise, you can, but then if you don't look the part, then it is problematic. Saddest thing, it's not gonna be said. Body language, that's an important one. That's an important one that people just should be aware of. Because when you go for an interview, you could be focusing on having control of something, of maybe speaking back, the things that you say. Maybe you may rehearse that, you may get them right, but but then sometimes for someone that is looking for someone that is going to handle like a certain load, they could be looking for more. So maybe they could be just paying attention on information that may be leaking on you. And maybe it could be stress, it could be you biting your nails, it could be, some of the habits that we have that we need to divorce ourselves from. That hinders our image.
Because some of the actions actually, people can tell that no, you're not being honest. From the body language.
So many things that we do actually tell the stories we're not telling. So a lot of people, especially people that knows a lot about certain things, I promise you, when you walk in a room and they know that, they don't worry about this skill, they know the skill is there, it's on paper, but then they're looking for someone they can trust, they're looking for someone who's going to handle certain, I promise you, it like they just on your handshakes, they just on your eye contact. They just on because it tells a lot about who people are, what people can actually deliver.
And whether you're trustworthy or not.
So whether you're trustworthy or not. Because remember, people, making it in because of the skill. It's not, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a hard thing.
Yes.
But then can we trust this person? Can we carry them to carry our brand?
Yeah.
Can we trust this person to represent us everywhere? Because
Yeah.
remember, that's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is.
And when interviews are done, they're done on people. Because remember, if people were not required, then computers would be able to do the work.
100%.
You know, so if a person is required, they need a person that's going to fit, to be the right fit within the organization or for that position that is in question. So it's more of a personality thing than anything else. And if you understand your image and understand the do's and don'ts, and you can do very well, coupled, of course, with the skills.
Yes.
We're not taking away from the skills. The skills are very important because inversely, if you're all image perfect, but there's no skill at all, it's a huge problem.
It's a problem. You can't look like you can handle something and actually not.
Yeah. It's like an empty what?
You probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. If the skill is questioned, if you're not delivering to the level you are saying, all your papers are saying you can deliver to, then it means bad news. You know, just bad news. So skill is so important. But we're just sitting here saying that there's a way the public receives you. And there's a place where a lot of very skillful people, beautiful people that can actually deliver are stopped in just where their messages are not believed.
So it is very important to make sure that your image matches your position and your capabilities, so that when you go in there, you're this big, powerful package that is very balanced. Yeah, now in conclusion, everyone, our key message today is that your image says 1,000 words without actually saying anything at all. So make sure that it matches you, it matches your position, and it matches where you want to see yourself. Yeah.
It is very important.
It is very important. And as well, with the image that you put out there, you are telling people how they should treat you.
True.
You are telling people how they should treat you.
I love that a lot.
Yes. Yes. Image dictates how you should be treated.
Yeah.
I mean,
So true.
If you're dressed like a painter,
that's exactly the response that you're going to be dealing with. Yeah, that's a response that you're going to be dealing with, especially if your position is not, you know, along those levels. Then you just sabotaging yourself. And remember how opportunities come. Someone walks in sometimes and they just fall in love with who they see. And they may be having some big thing happening that they were just looking for someone just to fill that up, you know. That's how opportunities come. So we just here saying we need to take control
and realize the importance of it. And realize the importance of it, because it's just as important as your skills. You know, you go to varsity for your skills, you know, but then balance that with everything else about you.
And take your power, you know, just take control. Don't let anything deduct anything from what you here to get. So guys, this is like a very wide subject. We really want to say more, but then because of the time that we have, we can't. Please comment. Please ask questions. Connect with us on our social media platforms. Whatever question you have, if you've got an interview coming, if you are a certain title, like you hold a certain title in a certain company and you wanted to know certain things, please do connect with us. So that we can be talking and helping one another. And please subscribe to this video if you liked it, and invite your friends to invite their friends to do the same. Just so that we can grow and be talking with even more people. And I think that's it from us for today. And
definitely.
Let's keep connecting, let's keep talking, let's keep asking those questions. We learn every day.
Now, from us to you,
Thank you so much
remember,
for your
we love and
time.
appreciate you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.